So this video is mostly made to talk about the ULC kit problem issue. Well, not really issue, but mostly who people use it. So first, the big question can be, what is an ULC kit? An ULC kit is a kit that uses a file of ULC. So there is two main kits that are used. The original one that was based from the ULC of like 2 years ago, or three even, at least from Adrian Ella. And the second one that is based on the unreleased version of ULC by Adrian that was later released because Adrian decided to, but it is not the real point of it. So, what are my problem with the kit? So, my problem is pretty simple. There is first the fact that a lot of people are basing themselves too much on the kit. They think that the kit will do everything for them. And since they don't have to do the base of the game, they don't have to do the basic attack, but that are already done, they never try to reproduce it, to read the script inside of it, or to understand the script inside of the kit, which often links to people that will sometimes ask for help, which is nice, but help for the dumbest thing possible. For example, someone that I know that's improved since then, one time asked us what was wrong with his script when he put a jump power point value, a jump power equal false. You need to put a number, a int, or in general any value that is a number. He tried to put boolean. And it's something that normally, if you try to read a script that you jump over, you will understand easily, or read the documentation. And here's another problem. People don't read the Roblox documentation. I know that Roblox documentation can sometimes be empty, like sometimes some of the page of it are empty or not up to date. But there is often a lot of information that are useful that people just don't want to go for it because you have to read, you have to search for a bit, and people don't want to do that. The second problem that is linked to it is the lack of knowledge. So I know that a lot of people, if they're going for a kit, it's because they don't have that much knowledge. But here's the problem is really that sometimes people miss the real basic. For example, some people will not even understand what those script parents does, which is already pretty worrying. Some people cannot do the distinction between different type of value, which is also another problem. And another problem that is pretty bad is that they use a kit, a ULC one, and as a lot of people knows, Adrian doesn't have the best reputation in terms of scripts that are easy to understand. I would not say that they are really that hard to understand, but mostly that if you lack the basic knowledge, you will not understand a shit about it. Because it's often a bit unclear on what does what, and the way that he decided to do some things are like pretty weird and can be really confusing. Another point is the fact that a lot of fan games are just doing what Adrian was doing when he was the owner of UFC, being copy pasting attack on character over and over again, and having like each character having one new move and the rest being reused or recolored or just a buffed version of an attack that was already existing. Like a character that was pretty fair on Adrian era to show that was Sans and Fair Sans. They were the same. The difference was the color of the attack, the model of the bones, and the damage. And there is again the lack of creativity with people because ill sometimes it's purely creativity lack, or sometimes it's just the fact that people absolutely doesn't know what they are doing or how to use the kit or how to make an attack, and in the end they want to make a game which is respectable, but since they don't have the base, they just copy paste and copy paste and copy paste, which first is not really good for your game. If your game is full of copy paste and move, people will quit most of the time because there is nothing new. Yeah, it's cool to have a move that does more damage when you get a new character, but if it's always the same move, at some point you will just be like, yeah, okay, no, I have the same character again with the same move that does just more damage. And no, I nearly insta-kill people because yeah, that's often what happens in UFC fan game. They don't know to make new attack, so they make character have reused attack that are stronger and stronger at a point that often it just end up in attack that insta kill or nearly insta kill you. I will also add the fact that people nowadays with the release of the single player UFC kit also use the single player kit of Adrian, and it was full of bug. A lot of attack were using older version where the CD was not properly made for the damage, which meant that yeah, you took like 3 hits in like half a second, you already got hit 3 times. And yes, the attack does 1 damage, but you're getting it already multiple time on a sec, and often you just do 50 HP on a single second for an attack that's supposed to do way less, and people doesn't fix that. And that's another problem. Adrian era had a lot of error, mostly because Adrian was probably uncontrolling error that were not really problematic, but they stacked up. And the more he was adding things, the more error was added. And now with Kit, when people create a game, they doesn't want to fix what Adrian did before, often because they doesn't know to fix it. And it ends up if in bug that are superposed with other bug and bugs and bugs. So that's pretty much all my point on the ULC kit. I will still add that it's not because you use a ULC kit that your game will be bad, but you need to understand what you're doing and how to use it. I will now let my friend Edward talk about a bit the ULC kit, since he was pretty much the person that we can consider as the one that popularized the fact of using a ULC kit due to his tutorial on the subject.
Hello, I'm Edward, also known as the ULC tutorial guy. A while ago, I made a tutorial kit series about the ULC kit, the leaked files, and it went pretty popular, and that's kind of how I became popular within the ADWS community, or the ULC community. So, wanted to tell you guys my opinion about this type of situation instead of Springy's video, so here's mine. Honestly, I really think that some games are going to be bad and some of them are going to be good. It's just a matter of if those games are what you're tasting or not, what you want to play. My most concerning thought is the gameplay. It's always mattered to me most. I just want a really fun, enjoyable game. And if I'm being honest, my entire goal really this year at all is to create an original Undertale game with my abilities, scripting abilities. So, yeah. Games like Undertale Endless Judgment are, ULC fan games, really any of them. I just say keep doing you, as long as you're respecting criticism, you're respecting everyone around you, you're trying to do something, you're learning. I respect that. I just want to know that you guys are learning from my series, or you're just learning in general and you're becoming a better person. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Thanks.